Hello everybody! Today we are going to be discussing the all-important question, can anyone learn guitar? And the answer is yes. So, thanks for watching. Okay, I'll go into a little more detail than that, but I really do believe that pretty much anyone can learn a guitar. Obviously, some people are probably going to be able to pick it up easier than others. Some people might have more of a natural talent for it, but I really believe that just about anyone can play the guitar to, well, some extent, and get pretty good at it. I remember when I was very first starting out, certain techniques and things just seemed so hard, and now they're relatively easy. It just takes practice and time. So if you're trying, a chord or, doing a bend or playing a solo or whatever, and it just seems impossible, and you're just like, this is impossible. I can never do it. It just takes time and practice, and maybe sometimes you need to go back to doing something easier. Maybe you're trying to progress a little fast or something. But I also remember when I was very beginning, I couldn't get my timing right. Like I would play all the right notes, but I wasn't playing them at the correct timing. So maybe I'd play them all at like quarter notes instead of a couple quarter, a couple half notes, so on and so forth. And so I remember thinking, is this even possible? Like maybe, I'll never get it. Maybe I just can't learn it. Maybe I just am not musically talented enough. And the answer is, well, I learned it, and I'm pretty sure anybody else can too, because I'm not all that smart when it comes to music. So, most of those things just come with practice. Timing, technique. Everybody always says tone is in the hands, and that really is true. As time goes on, you do things automatically. Like you hit a certain note and you mute it, and you play another note a little bit longer, and maybe you bend another note a certain way, and to sound, like the original, or just maybe to sound better. And you're not even thinking about doing it. You just learn to do it over time. Another thing that I remember when I was very first starting out was everybody was better than me, and that's still pretty much the case. No, but you'd get on YouTube and you'd watch guitar lesson videos or something, and they were just like, and it's just like, and, still, pretty much everybody's better than me, but, we were all beginners at one point in time, and, a lot of times we don't see the hours and hours of practice people put into these videos. We go watch some guy play a cover of Eruption by Van Halen, and it's just like, whoa, and you don't see that he's been playing for 10 years, and what it was like when he very first started out that song. So, everybody's beginner, so don't feel bad if everybody's better than you, because, yeah, it doesn't really matter, just as long as you enjoy playing it, And another thing, I would definitely recommend learning the songs you love, that's what really helped me to continue playing guitar. And I'm not a guitar teacher, I have not taught a lot of students or anything, but I have been taught, and I have watched a lot of, people who are teachers on YouTube and stuff, and the tips they give. And one of the tips a lot of them give is to learn the songs you love. So if you love AC/DC, learn AC/DC. If you love Slash, learn Slash. If you love some pop star, learn that. And because I think that's what inspires us the most. We're trying to make music, so it's like you can be practicing a bunch of chords, a bunch of techniques, your vibrato, and all that stuff is important, and you need to do it. But in the end, what you're trying to do, or I think anyway, is make music. And that's what really inspired me, was AC/DC really inspired me. And so, hence the SG. And so learning their songs was just like awesome, because I'd always wanted to learn their music. I would just be like, oh, that's so great. If I could play Back in Black on the guitar, that's all I would ever do. I would just play it night and day. And so being able to kind of learn that final riff was just so inspiring and just made me keep going. But if some guitar teacher would have been teaching me like Beethoven or something, I don't even know if you can play that on guitar, because sure, that kind of stuff is probably good to learn, and I would probably maybe know more than I do now, but I probably would have been uninterested. I'd probably be like, well, I don't want to play this. I'm spending all this time, and I don't like that music. It sounds terrible. So learn the songs you want to learn, and I think that will encourage you the most to continue playing guitar. And, within several months, I would say most likely you will at least be able to play some of the simple riffs of, your favorite bands. I remember when I was starting out, I was thinking, like, how long is this going to take? is it going to be like 3 years before I even know like a song, you know? Is it going to be like years and years and years? Like, how hard is it? And obviously it differs from person to person, I think. But I would say, you know, within several months, you will be learning at least simple riffs or songs. You know, you'll be able to play a little something on the guitar. It's not like it's years and years before you ever even learn a song. So that's a little bit of an encouragement. I really do believe that anyone can learn to play the guitar, and it's just a matter of time, work. It takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of practice, you know, it is a lot of work, but it goes quickly, or for me at least it did, you know. I remember one day I woke up and I was like, whoa, I've been playing guitar for almost a year, and it wasn't like, oh, I finally reached the year mark. It was just like, oh, I thought I just started, you know, a couple months ago. And so even if everything seems impossible, hard, you know, just keep doing it. Learn the songs you love, keep practicing. It is definitely worth it. You know, it went from just kind of a little hobby I was doing to definitely my main hobby. That's what I do all the time now. And it's just, there's just nothing quite like it. I would definitely recommend it. And one other thing, I would say you can learn guitar on YouTube. Despite what Fender Play and everybody says that it is impossible to learn on YouTube and that you will like be cursed for life if you try to learn guitar on YouTube, I do believe you can do it. Obviously, you probably won't learn quite as fast with a teacher. You might not know as much guitar theory. A teacher will be able to teach you one-on-one, you know, like really help you with the things you need help on. So I do believe a teacher is probably better, but it is possible to learn on YouTube, or at least I did. I feel like, you know, I can play the guitar fairly well. And so, and there's a couple great guitar teachers on YouTube. I mean, obviously they don't go huge into theory, but if you're wanting mainly just to learn music, especially as a beginner, you know, just to learn some songs and stuff, there are some great guitar teachers. Guitar Lessons 365 and Marty Music and Andy Guitar, and all those guys are just incredible. And they're really quality lessons. You know, I mean, they're not terrible. I mean, they're well done quality lessons. Maybe not quite as good as if you were paying for it, but it's free, for crying out loud. I mean, you can check out my other video I did on the best guitar teachers on YouTube. I go into more in depth of what they do and that kind of stuff in that video. So, yeah, I don't know if this helped at all, but if you're very first starting out and you're thinking to yourself, is this even possible? Can I even do it? Yes, I'm pretty sure you can. Pretty sure. I really think anybody can learn guitar with enough practice. Obviously, like I've said before, some are going to be better than others, but you can learn it, and it is definitely worth it. It is worth all the time. It is worth all the practice. From my experience, you just get into it more and more and more. It's kind of like an addiction, you know. You go from like, you own a guitar, and then you buy another guitar, and then you're looking at guitars online and watching YouTube videos, and then you're talking about guitars, and then all your friends play guitar, and yeah, maybe I should try to branch out into some other activities, but anyway, yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it was informative. Comment your thoughts below. Let me know what you liked. Let me know what you didn't like. And hopefully I'll see you again. Don't forget to subscribe to Talkin' Rock, which is obviously the best name anybody ever came up with. Anyway, yeah, I'll see you guys later, and thanks for watching.